Well, looks like it's the beginning of the end for Trump's ambitions of pretending that he was ever going to be president again. Patriots. So his trial starts today. And this ain't no civil trial. No, this is a big boy criminal trial that he's going to be engaged in here. Okay, so he's got to wear his big boy diapers at this one, which means he can't throw temper tantrums and walk out of the courtroom and make snide remarks at the jury, stuff like that. No, he has to sit there with his big boy diaper on and act like a big boy the whole time, or that judge will lock him up in jail for the duration of his trial. Now, I know this first day or so, that's jury selection. But see, it's not in his best interest to try to delay that jury selection, because it ain't going to do him no good, because the sands of time have continued to move, and they will continue to move no matter what he does. So anyway, that trial is going to start, and he's going to be there for weeks on end with nothing else to do. He can't go nowhere, see, Patriots. He has to stay there throughout the whole thing while 12 jurors listen to what he did with Stormy Daniels and Karen McDougal, and what he did with campaign money and stuff like that. So he's stuck there. Now, he will have breaks from time to time, every day probably, so he can go get his diaper changed, maybe walk into a courthouse bathroom stall and snort himself an Adderall, choke down a couple of Big Macs if he can afford them. But then he's back into the courtroom again, y'all. And see, just the other day, Trump was tweeting about, truthing about what it might be like in jail for him. And the answer's not good. So anyway, so he knows what's coming for him. See, the light at the end of the tunnel is the headlamp of an oncoming train for Trump. And he's facing 34 felonies. And I don't know if you heard the old saying about that. I think it's an old saying that somebody facing 34 felonies is like having a sore Peter. You just can't beat it. And he ain't beating 34 felonies. See what I'm saying? And he knows that. So in between his diaper changes and then him back in the courtroom sitting there, he's going to have a lot of time to think about stuff. And he's probably going to be wondering, man, I wonder what things are like on the outside. Well, then it's going to hit him. What things are like on the outside is like Letitia James is taking his property while he's sitting in a courtroom, and there's not a damn thing he can do about it. And then he's going to be wondering, well, is she going to take my golf course in New Jersey? Oh my God, I hope they don't do that, because they might dig up that casket and find out what's actually in there. That might freak him out a little bit. And then he might reminisce about his Trump Tower, his apartment up there in Trump Tower, the good old days when he had all them Russians living down there just a floor below him for all those years, and how conveniently located it was to Jeffrey Epstein's mansion, where he used to go over there and grape that little 13-year-old girl, Katie Johnson, as seen in her interview on YouTube. So anyway, he's got a lot to think about, and a lot of things that's going to happen that he has no power over. And then he's going to think about that recent Fox News poll that's got him losing. He's down by 6 points nationally and by 10 in Pennsylvania. That's going to weigh on him heavily. So anyway, it's going to be weeks and weeks and weeks of Donald Trump sitting in front of a judge with nothing he can do while Joe Biden's out there campaigning like a normal person. Inmate Trump 2024.